Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. Peacetime Reconnaissance. You got another video from the Coon Files. tonight I'm just having some DiGiorno because I have my lazy moments too. Didn't feel like I cooked yesterday, didn't feel like cooking tonight, or should I say this morning? But I want to do a video like this because it comes into it's about how we view things or how do we gather information when the poop's not hitting the oscillating propeller. How do we go about our day around other people? When things haven't fallen apart yet. I say yet because there's still a chance that things may come that way, but until then, the best thing we can do, aside from gathering supplies and just gathering general knowledge on certain skills and tactics, things like that. But how will we know people? How much information have we gathered about the people that surround us, about people in general, about human nature, which is really what I'm trying to get at. I just watched a video by Doug Bass. It's about he was talking about about a potential civil war, and he doesn't think so. And I don't. When I hear civil war, because me and a friend of mine, we actually used to talk about this a lot, and he always talk about it in terms of North and South, Mason-Dixon line. And I told him, I said, I don't think it's gonna be, if something like that would ever happen, I don't think it would be cut between North and South. Anything will be scattered. It'd be scattered fights all over the place, or over different ideas that people have. He said he understood what I was talking about, and he said that might be more of the route that something like that will go. But one thing that something that Doug Bass brought up was about people going back to groups that they naturally will gather with people that look like them. People that they have in common, but if they don't have anything in common, then by default they'll gather around people that look like them. And me, I left a comment where I said, I can't think of too many black people that I would actually group up with in a situation like that. And here's why. A lot of the time I have a lot of my free time I spend studying people as best I can. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about different groups, whether it be about blacks or about preppers, about gun owners, because I fall into those categories. But I do watch some videos about people who are I like to gather information on people who are in relationships, people who are single, people with depression, people who smoke, people who don't eat meat. And I like to gather this kind of. I like to get these different types of information, because no matter what happens, more than likely I'm gonna be faced with a vast array of people and their personalities, people with different habits, people with backgrounds that are quite predictable as to what their current behavior is going to be like. For example, something that's been an interest of mine. It's been on and off in the past, but now I'm more focused on it. Is the topic of masculinity, and like I said, I've been watching some videos and gathering information about the effects of growing up in a household without a father, the effects of single motherhood on society, how young men act nowadays, how a lot of adults act nowadays, and I see a lot of masculinity being displaced. Whether it's in front of us or in the media, entertainment. That's probably why It's probably why I always talk about the only show that I like to watch is The Walking Dead, because that seems like that show is not lacking in masculine features. By masculine, I mean by thinking. I guess it could be debatable as to what people think considered masculine, but logical thinking, forms of courage. Just basically, learning how to control your temper, control your emotions. I did a video about that before. And I look around and I see a lot of people who are lacking in masculinity. And one of the common threads that I see with that is, not having a father in their life. So that's the one thing I like to study. When I talk to a lot of friends of mine, I talk to some people, I'll ask them, so what are your parents like? Tell me about your parents, or do you ever met their parents, or you ever met their father? Was their father in the house? By asking these questions, I'm gathering information, I'm gathering intelligence in a sense about different types of people. I do the same thing for people who don't own guns. Try to figure out what's at their basis for not owning guns, whether it be economics or they're not comfortable. They don't put the time into it, and then try to figure out the reasons behind that. The reason why I do all of this is because I don't want to be caught off guard. I want to try as much information in my cache, so to speak, for if something goes wrong, I can kind of look. I have an idea as to what kind of people I want to be around, what kind of people I don't want to be around. Try to figure out why some people conduct themselves in a lazy manner. Why some people steal as opposed to, either buying it with their own money or accepting charity. I've witnessed a lot of that. What makes people tick? How long will it take for some people to hold their temper before they just lose it? What some people do when they lose it? Do they explode and yelling at someone? Do they withdraw and want to be by themselves? If something's broken, will someone try to fix it? Will someone fix it properly? Will someone just ignore it? Will someone just pass off to someone else? Basically, these are the kind of questions I try to figure out just to get a better understanding about people, about different types of people around me. I don't always make it apparent that I'm doing these kind of things, especially with close friends. Sometimes I do. So some of my real close friends, they know what I'm doing. And they don't, to my estimation, they're forthright. They're forthright with what they're thinking, or they say they refuse. They don't want to talk about it right now because it could be too embarrassing, or they may not want to lie to me. And I respect that. Don't want to push anybody to give information that they're not comfortable giving. But you think about the term reconnaissance, and basically you're scouting out an area, or scouting out a particular topic to try, and you're looking for gathering information, gathering intelligence that may aid you on making your next move. And I figure that's something that's worth doing. Especially we're surrounded by people, whether preppers or not, whether gun owners or not, and so it helps for us to figure out why people do things the way they do them. Why they do things to the degree that they do them. And also look for things that could cause a person to change. What can cause a person to change their ways? Would it be influence, proper, honest persuasion, or just smacking someone upside their head, or using violent force? Will it take that to get some people to change? I think at times it does. Especially with irrational and reasonable people. I guess for people like that, it comes down to, will their irrationality, that's a word, I hope I didn't make that up, but if that quality within them will wind up causing them to hurt you or hurt someone else, or not hurt anybody, it's kind of something to be on the lookout for, so you know how to deal with that person appropriately. But really, it also just it's nice. It's a good conversation to have because I also like to try to not just get my mental gears going, but get the gears of the person who's in front of me, or people in front of me, get their gears going as well. Try to get them thinking. Maybe consider viewing their relationships with people around them, whether they know them or don't know them, a little bit differently. Can you figure out something about this person just from their demeanor, or from the words they use, from how they dress, to what they eat, what music they listen to, especially during this election cycle. I'm gathering a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of that right now. During this whole, as the term I love, I read online, this dumpster fire of an election, this circus, and just seeing the candidates that people support. Kind of see if the people, do I know them pretty well? If I do, do they show certain traits that make to where this makes sense, that they would go for this type of person? Anyway, it's similar to people watching. You just sit in a corner in a store, a diner, or go to a supermarket, or go to Walmart, whatever, wherever you, and you just watch people be people. They may not know that you're doing it, or who knows, they may be doing it themselves. They're going, I'm gonna go to this place. I'm gonna see if I study some of these people. See if I can separate some of the decent folk from the idiots. Please, tell me what you think. Do you do this on a day-to-day basis? Do you do it from time to time, whether it be at work or maybe even at home? Do you do it amongst your friends? Do you try to get inside their head to figure out what they're what's going on up there? To try and make a spreadsheet or come up with some stats to figure out how this person react should peacetime end, or should things get a little rocky. How do people handle stress? Is another good thing. How do people's personalities handle stress? How does it change their their personality, how to change their manners, their actions, their tastes, what have you. I'd like to see what you guys say in this conversation. Please leave a comment in the comment section and make a video response. I'm still gonna get some more of this pizza. I'm really hungry. You got any gripes, complaints? Send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. Just please be respectful to everyone else who's watching this video. But that's my video. Peacetime Reconnaissance from the Coon Files. I don't know if I'll start saying that after my videos because I'm wearing this hat, but who knows. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.